I've been in the game hella long, why would I quit? Probably heard me on your favorite song, so why would I trip? And me and you can never be the same, I am that bitch. Da 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 da. What's up, it's your girl Bella, and we are here on Mars Radio.
Welcome to Mars.
Welcome back to Mars Radio. I'm here with my next guest. My next guest is an artist from San Francisco, California. She goes by the name of Deltrice, aka Bella.
Right.
And she's one of them ones. Welcome to Mars Radio.
Thank you for having me.
And like I said, you're from San Francisco, right?
Yep, originally born in San Francisco.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What part of San Francisco are you from?
Filmore, California.
Filmore.
Mm-hmm.
And who are some of the other artists that come from your section?
You got Messy Marv, JT the Bigger Figure, you got the Yee, Lil Pete, Shy G, just a couple, just to name a couple.
They might know a little something out there about music.
Yeah, they know a little something.
So what comes to mind when you think of San Francisco, more importantly, Filmore?
Structure, the blueprint, like for who I am, what I come from, swag, gang, all the above. Gentlemen though, you know what I mean? Players that it was gangsters, but they was definitely gentlemen. They were still players, like, you feel what I'm saying? So it was rules and regulations that we came up under that a lot of areas probably didn't experience.
Nice. I feel like a lot of the independent game came from that area.
For sure.
Because of the stuff that JT and San Quentin and everybody was doing out there.
Right.
You feel like you learned anything seeing people like that?
Yeah, for sure. JT and Quinn. My dad owned a barbershop, or does. My family still has a barbershop in Filmore, California. It's on Divisadero. So all them names frequented the barbershop. So coming up under people like Quinn and Fig, like, you know, you got a lot of game and structure and really just how to do this independent, you know what I mean? This independent thing. Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up. So basically your family's the reason they look so good.
Yes, still is. Shout out my brother Nate the barber. He's still keeping the legacy alive.
That's what's up. So when you were growing up, did you have both parents or did you just grow up with one of your parents?
I grew up with both of my parents. My parents was married 44 years before my dad passed. I lost my dad in 2019.
Rest in peace. Sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, so growing up in that area specifically with both of your parents is kind of like a rare thing, right?
For sure.
So how do you think your upbringing was different from your neighbors or your cousins or whoever's that didn't have both parents?
Well, one, I had a 2-parent home, so I seen what teamwork looked like. I seen what loyalty and love looked like. I feel like just the structure of a man, like, is always a plus, especially a good man. Like, I'm not here to paint my dad as a picture of what he wasn't. You feel what I'm saying? When I was young, my daddy was definitely in the game. You know what I mean? But always kept that separate from us. You know what I'm saying? Didn't let that ever really bleed into the household. But I think more so it just gave me, you know, who I am as a person. I got strength. I don't let people run over me. You know what I mean? And then at the same time, I know what love look like. So I don't really be settling for nothing, you know, less than that.
So you said you didn't want to paint your dad as, you know, being this and this and that, but I mean, technically, your dad is probably the main reason you're not getting goofy, right?
For sure, and definitely that.
The main reason why you're not easily taken advantage of.
Right. Yeah,
so
definitely,
it doesn't matter what he was or what he did or anything like that. He still gave you the game.
He definitely
and
did
that was positivity. You know, some parents teach X, some parents teach Y. You got something. And it helped mold you to where you are today, right?
Definitely.
So how do you think growing up in your environment helped you become the person you are today?
I feel like it helped me because it was like the best of both worlds. While my father was in the game, my mom been in the church her whole life. You know what I mean? My dad grew up in the church, but of course he strayed for a while. But it gave me street game, but also, you know, Bible, you know what I'm saying? Bible structure also, just as far as what's right and what's wrong, you know what I mean? So balance, real balance, you know what I'm saying? It created who I am, like you said, my strength. My knowledge, the game I got it from both worlds. So like my mom showed me how to be an outstanding woman, and my daddy, you know what I'm saying, showed me how to be strong and do things for myself, you know what I mean, and not really depend on other people, and always watch somebody's actions more than what they say. So
Right. They're gonna show you more than they can tell you.
every time, every time.
So, what kind of kid was Bella growing up? Was she always running around singing? Was she always into boys? Was she into sports? Was she trying to be on the block? Was she cracking jokes? What kind of kid were you?
So I was definitely always singing. I started singing when I was 4 years old. Just always trying to just get the latest music as far as, the artists back then for me was like Whitney, you know what I mean? Whitney Houston, Anita Baker, things like that. That's when my mom was playing around the house, Aretha Franklin, stuff like that. So I would always want to take those songs in my room, study them, and then try to mimic what I heard. And then my mom sing also, so she was definitely a blueprint for what I do. I was definitely a jokester, definitely funny. You know what I'm saying?
You think you got jokes, huh?
I got jokes. I always had jokes. I wasn't boy crazy as a kid, I wouldn't say. You feel me? I had boys that liked me. I liked a few of them back. But I wasn't no fast little girl or nothing like that. That come with structure, though, also.
And a daddy.
And a daddy, for sure. But definitely a jokester. Fun-loving, cool. Like, I always been kind of slick at the mouth. I wasn't that great in school as far as behavior-wise. I had a problem with instruction. I had a problem with listening, I would say. But, pretty smart.
Being told what to do.
Being told what to do. I always had an issue with that. That was my teacher's biggest issue with me. Like, she a great kid, but when we try to, you know what I mean? So
you like to do what you like to do.
I like to do what I like to do.
That's understandable. That's understandable. Who doesn't like to do what they like to do, right?
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so growing up in that area, you got both of your parents. You're pretty much an average kid, right? Maybe a little bit more on the funny side. Very strong-willed, independent mentality, right? Like to make choices for yourself. What kind of teenager are you developing into?
So before my teen years, my dad relocated. He didn't want to be in the city no more. He wanted to raise his family somewhere else. So then we went to Vallejo, California. So I would say I had that city swag already.
What age was it when you guys moved over?
I want to say I was in my preteen. I want to say it was like 12. My first school in Vallejo, California was Franklin Junior High. Okay. So a little bit after that, I went to one school in American Canyon because my father moved us to American Canyon. So total shell shock leaving San Francisco, coming to at that time what looked like pure suburbia, houses matching. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Hella field and shit like that. So that was different. But
was it different in a good way?
It was different in an all right way because you got to think the city is high, it's speed, it's fast, it's moving all the time, it's hella shit to do. When I got to the V, it was like, visually, it looked like wasn't nothing really going on. You know what I'm saying? But I know what it was. It was my dad didn't want us to grow up in the same environment that he did. You know what I'm saying? So probably more so even for my brother because my brother was a teenager at that time. So I think that he just wanted more structure, more safety, more comfort with knowing his kids outside and it ain't, you know what I'm saying, that much gonna happen. So I feel like, Vallejo, like I got a lot of Vallejo in me. Vallejo my second home for sure. Like, cause Vallejo got a lot of gang. You know what I'm saying? Vallejo got a lot of cool dudes, a lot of, you know what I'm saying? A lot of artists was coming out of Vallejo that I was paying attention to at that time. I always been big into rap and listening to that. Like I always been both worlds, R&B and rap. So I feel like it definitely molded me, helped complete, you know what I'm saying, what I was turning into, which was somebody that just was basically, I was hungry, you feel what I'm saying, and I seen people come from nothing and turn into something. So I feel like I seen that on both sides.
So your dad switched you from San Francisco to Vallejo for a better life.
Right, for sure, yeah.
Do you think that he was successful at doing that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so it was a good decision.
It was a good decision. A lot of girls that I grew up, like, cause still we was going back to the city, begging to go back to the city every Friday so we could still hang out with our cousins and do shit, in the city for the weekends. For sure. Bring it back home on Sunday and do everything back in Vallejo by Monday. But a lot of girls that I was, coming up with in the city, pregnant, young, you know what I'm saying, or working girls, you feel what I'm saying, to each their own. But you know what I'm saying, just non-structure or even being, just being out there, sometimes that should have swallowed you. So
Oh, you
I
gotta
feel
eat
like
you up alive if you don't know what you're doing. So, what is your first memory of music? I know you said you started singing at 4 years old. Is that your first memory, just singing one day, or what do you think your first memory of music
my
is?
first memory was when my mom gave me the mic at church. She told me that I was gonna sing, and that's when I was 4. And I just remember like having the crowd's attention, you know what I'm saying, and them kind of being in awe of the ability that I had at that age, you know what I mean, and being able to kind of command the room at a young age. I liked how that felt, you know what I mean, so I knew I wanted more of that.
So you grew up singing in the church.
For sure.
So obviously you didn't just sing the first time. What was it about the church singing that impressed you?
Well, my mom was always head director at the church I went to. I went to church in San Francisco, across the street from Candlestick Park. It was called True Hope, God in Christ. My mom always being the lead director and always singing and leading a lot of songs, teaching other people how to do, what
Of
she
the
do.
choir?
Of the choir, right. She always was like, this what you gonna do too. So she gave me a song, I learned it, and then that Sunday, you know what I mean, she gave me the mic and I sang, to be able to see the love and the envy though of other kids around my age or even older. You know what
Envy
I'm
from the
saying?
ones that couldn't do what you did?
Couldn't do what I did.
Now, was your mom, her position, was that the, forgive me because I'm not really, was her position the one that would say, oh, you're a this note, you're a that
Alto,
note?
soprano,
you're
tenor.
Okay, so that's what her job was.
Yeah, that was her
Okay.
job, to find out where you was at, and then
So she would let them sing, and then she'd be like, you go over here, you go over there, and she would just assemble a whole choir.
Yep.
And then she said, but Bella,
Yeah.
you gonna be part of this too.
Yeah.
And that's your mom.
Yeah,
so
that
if your
was my
mom
mom.
does that for a living and you're impressed by it,
Yeah, she
you
wasn't
had
gonna
no
embarrass
choice but to
herself. Right,
jump
right.
all in.
Right. So I loved it for a long time. I used to get discouraged because, like I said, after you sing, some of the kids don't want to play with you, they don't want to mess with you, or they being mean a little bit, you know what I'm
Kids
saying?
will be kids.
Kids will be kids. So I used to have a issue with that. Like, maybe let such and such sing it, but she like, nah, you singing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And don't let nobody ever dim your gift. Don't ever let nobody make you feel.
Nobody needs to dim your light so
Right.
they can shine.
Right. So that's how, and then that built me, my confidence to this day. Like I can't worry about what nobody else feel about me.
So you got game from mom too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're in the choir at 4, right? At what point does it go from singing in the church to more than that?
I was about 17 years old.
So you spent the next 12, 13 years just singing in the church?
Just singing in the church. You know what though?
No
I
talent
did
shows or nothing?
talent shows at school here and there, but not really in school. Like a lot of people that went to school with me would tell you they didn't know I could sing until I got out of school. Unless they just heard me playing around with it. Like that was still me struggling with, I don't want to be categorized yet. You know what I mean? Or really like.
Speak on that. What do you mean?
Yeah, like as far as everybody don't need to know what I do yet. You feel what I'm saying? Because with that shit come envy, come jealousy. You know what I'm saying? Or these little talent shows, like, you feel what I'm saying? I'm seeing people, I'm secretly working with people, but I just wasn't ready yet, I feel like. And I don't really know what that really was, why I never.
I feel like that's horrible because you were worried about what these evil people were going to think and do and treat you, and you're holding yourself back.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm still going to church on Sunday and exercising my talent, like, you feel what I'm saying? So it would happen to be maybe somebody from the school would come, they church or visit our church, and then they'll be like, whoa, like, I didn't know she did that, or I didn't know you could do that. So, you feel me? It's just something you had to grow out of the worrying. Like I said, for the most part, I wasn't. But at the same time, I used to be like, well, if I could avoid this, then I just hold off for a minute.
So you said Anita Baker, Whitney Houston, stuff like that. Were you like walking around the house, cleaning your room and stuff, like singing those types of songs too? Or were you just doing just church songs?
No, I knew from a kid I wanted to be a R&B artist. So I was my mom was bumping Anita Baker early in the morning, cleaning up, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely was singing it. But then had my own tapes, Brandy when she was young, Monica, stuff like that.
You wanted to be down too?
Yeah, I wanted to be down too. I had a few, just one of them days. Also, you know what I'm saying?
You had a few days?
Yeah, had a few days myself, so I identified. But that's really I say about 14 years old, I started penning stuff myself, writing stuff. And we had like a little, it was a competition at my school. This was in the city though, and it was like dare to keep kids off of drugs. And they was like, you'll win if you write a song or a rap So I remember my brother at that time, he was rapping and he was in this little rap duo group, three of them or something like that. It was a little group. And I was like, just help me write this rap so I could, you know what I mean, perform it. I remember winning the competition from the from the rap my brother wrote. And so to this day, he won't let me lay that down. He be like,
he's a
I wrote,
ghostwriter.
I'm your ghostwriter.
You're Bella, he's Drake.
He ain't wrote me nothing
No, you're
since.
Drake and he's Quentin Miller. Huh.
Basically. Basically, but yeah, that. And then I think I was like 18, maybe 19 when Mess came and got me. Messy
Okay, so
Marv
speak
came
on
and
that.
got me.
That's how you get out of the church.
That's how I get on. Yeah, that's how the streets got to hear me for the first real time. Like, so I did.
Did he literally come to the church and get you?
No, he literally came to the barbershop and pulled up. And
in Frisco?
Yeah, every time I see him and my dad was real tight. Every time I see him, I run to the car and I be just chopping it up. And he like, you still singing? And I'm like, yeah. And he like, I think I got something for you. You feel me? And it was him. And it was Juice, Bullies with Fullies. We had a song called Fuck What the People Say. And that was the first, and he paid me good. And that's when I was like, oh yeah, this is what I gotta do. Like, you feel me, back then.
That was the moment where you knew?
Yeah, that's when I knew, for sure. Shout out Mess. I love Mess forever just because of that and just because who he always been, like, for me, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out Mess.
So, you're in the church, you're singing. You're doing these talent shows every now and then. People from other churches are noticing you can sing, but you're not really diving all the way into it because you don't want the politics that comes with it.
Right.
Then Mess knows that you're singing. He snatches you up and says, I got a hook for you. I mean, I got a song, I need you on this hook. You kill it.
I killed it.
People love it.
Yeah.
And now what? Your career is born?
And now my career born.
Now your career is born. So
Yeah.
where do you go from there?
So I'm buzzing, like I'm moving, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody hitting me now. Basically, I think I went and did, a couple years after that, I did Showtime at the Apollo.
In New York City?
In New York City. Did that. Then I was on Jenny Jones. I sang on there. And then now they just like people seeing me more, you know what I'm saying? So now it's just like I'm wiggling around. I say following that, I can't even name all the people that I've worked with, but I'll say in this Bay Area music game, I work with a lot of people. That's when people start reaching out to me. So you got the Filthies, you know what I'm saying? You had Mess, I've worked with 40, I've worked with Be Legit. Just to name some, the Mob Figures, it's not one that I ain't worked with. I got on Jack Street album. I was on that, and it was just like word of mouth, you know what I'm saying? And now they calling me the voice of the Bay, you know what I mean?
That's how the nickname came to.
Basically, I had a show somewhere, and I started working with, like, let me retract after. Out of high school, I had two best friends. One of them was Willie Joe. He's works with Generation Now, I believe they call, with DJ Drama.
Right.
And then famous Ken out of Vallejo, California. And it was my best friend Mohawk Mar. They had a collective management group called Active Management, and at that time Willie Joe was Waterboy. So I jumped on with them, and one thing about Joe is he gon' push you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was word of mouth in too. So that's when I started doing a lot of shows in San Jose and Oakland and the city. I was pretty much everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's when one day at Filmore Mike, we was at a show and he was the MC. And when he introduced me, he said, he was just saying a few accolades, and he was like, at that time I was the voice, you know what I'm saying? Only the voice, like the voice. But then when he introduced me, he said the voice of the Bay, and that shit just kind of stuck.
You're like, I'll keep that.
I'm like,
I
will take that.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Good job. Good job, Filmore Mike.
Shout out Filmore Mike. Right.
For sure. So, I mean, that sounds like a career one would only hope for. Right,
Yeah.
Those names right there. I mean,
That's just a handful.
I don't think there's a lot of people that have a resume like that.
Yeah.
What do you think it was about you that set you apart? Because anybody with a good voice can get these relationships, but for you to maintain them and keep them, and be able to prosper so much from them, what do you think it was about you that set you apart besides your voice?
I think it was my wordplay. I think it was my pen and my work ethic. I go in the lab. I'm not in the lab for 3 hours trying to lay one hook or one verse. Like, I'm I come in, it's no pen involved, it's no nothing. It's if I feel the beat, and I won't accept nothing if I don't feel it, if it don't touch me, if it don't move me, then it feel forced. I don't like doing forced music. I like doing organic shit that just comes. So I'm quick with it, so I'm not wasting your dollar in the studio. My wordplay, I'm pretty, but I'm sharp as a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool. I'm cool as hell. Like I'm
Yeah,
cool
that's
as fuck.
probably it right there. The last
Yeah.
part, you know.
Yeah, I'm just
The
cool.
being approachable, being down to earth, and just being a good person goes a long way in this business.
Longer than
Because-
people realize.
Yeah, because as good as you can sing, that girl can sing just as good. What's gonna set you apart is your personality and wanting to be around you.
Yeah,
I think.
for sure.
And I think that's a good attribute to have. So, what kind of projects did you do for yourself besides all these features and stuff for other people? What did you do for yourself besides the Apollo show and linking in with Willie Joe?
I moved to Las Vegas when I was 23. I went out there on my first, you know what I'm saying, really like my first time leaving California, going anywhere away from my
Everybody from
parents.
the Bay Area has a
They do
Vegas
that?
time when they moved out there, right?
Yeah, for sure. So I did
what,
that.
What was the reason for you going out there?
My cousin at the time was dating DJ Franzen, and Franny lived in Vegas, and she was like she wanted to go out there, so I'm like I'm going too. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
it was me, her, and her younger brother, which was like one of my best cousins right now to this day. We all moved out there. We got an apartment on Las Vegas Boulevard. We was at the end, Wigwam in Las Vegas Boulevard. We went out there, and man, I had never seen nothing like it. It was just like, it was live. It was lit.
It was a new situation for you?
Yeah, it was definitely a new situation. And then the people that I was around was passing the word around, and like, we got this singer from the Bay, and at that time I had a cool little resume. So, you know, the names that was popping off, people was like, okay, well, we want to hear. So I started recording with people out there. My first mixtape, my first project, that was like, well, my dad did a project with me also. That was dope. We did that in the Bay, you feel me? But my first, what I felt like was big that made noise was with Lennox Lewis. He had a group called AMG Music Group out there in Vegas.
And Lennox Lewis is the boxer.
The boxer.
Right.
And so they got me to that studio, and we did a mixtape. And the mixtape, it just did awesome in Vegas. We had write-ups, we had reviews on it. It was the Kill Bill mixtape. So it was like me in the Kill Bill outfit. And any song that was hot, I was just taking it and putting my perspective on it and flipping it like that.
Kind of like 50 Cent did with the
Kind of like 50 Cent did, yep. And it was like, really wasn't no R&B people doing mixtapes. You feel what I'm saying? So it was something that I wanted to do. We was pushing that shit out the trunk, like old school, like 40. Like, we was selling it out the trunk. Like, we was making bands, though. We really was. You know what I mean? And then, shit, after that, it was after my mixtape, I did an album with Willie and them. That was All I Could Be Is Me. And then I Fresh reached out, and we did the Tonight Show with DJ Fresh, my first Tonight Show. And that was huge, you feel me? Because I came back home to do that, and we knocked that shit out.
And obviously DJ Fresh has grown over the years, but he's always been DJ Fresh.
He's always been DJ Fresh. Like, you feel me? Meeting him, the most humble, cool dude in the world. Like, he make you feel great all the time, you feel me? And he always speaking to your character and speaking to your gift. Me and Fresh.
Positive.
Yeah, we like this. That's like my brother. We call and talk about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or that's just our relationship. And I think that's probably really the chemistry what makes the project so good. So I did that. First R&B Tonight Show. Damn near first female Tonight Show also.
Oh.
So that caused a little, you know what I'm saying? That caused a little energy and a little attention.
Why is that?
I mean, in a good way, though.
Oh, okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Cool.
It just had people reaching out because, like, who is she? Like, why is that? You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, a lot of people knew, but everybody didn't know. So, you know, we did that. After my Tonight Show, I went to do a reality television with Missy Elliot, Road to Stardom with Missy Elliot.
What network was that on?
UPN. Remember that?
I do remember that.
Remember UPN?
Yeah, that was before the WB.
That was before the WB.
It turned into it, right?
It turned
Something
into
like
WB.
that?
Exactly, yeah.
UPN had Moesha and all that stuff,
Exactly,
too.
that was us.
Yeah.
So we was on it was huge. It was one of the best experiences of my life. One
What
of the
did
most
that do for
a
you?
lot of learning, a learning curve also. What did that do for me? That just skyrocketed me, I say. Basically came to LA, auditioned for the show. Audition was like a trip. You know, you walk up, you see hella people lined around. Really how it happened is I was in the Bay visiting home. I was in my bed. I remember turning around and the TV came on and Missy was giving like a call out, like she was looking for the hottest. Da, 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 da. The auditions was the following day in San Diego. So I'm like, damn, I gotta go. So I like wake up hella early. I tell my dad, you know, I gotta get out here. He like, I get the ticket, like just go. Like, you feel me? I believe in you. So my father bought the ticket. I flew to LA. One of my homegirls, which was helping me a lot in music at that time, Amanda, she came and picked me up from the airport. We went straight to the audition. It was thousands of people. It was people. The line was so long to the point where I was like, I ain't doing this shit. Like,
Really? It was that long?
it was sick long. But when we walked up to the end of the line, I noticed ruckus because at that time, Mona Scott is the creator of the show. She is also the creator of Love and Hip
Of
Hop
course,
right now.
everybody, Mama Scott's the OG. In
Right,
the
so we
reality
are first show. This our guinea.
Right.
We are guinea pigs. I guess you could call it. But she
Wow.
coming down the line and she pointing at people and she like basically giving them a chance to audition in line
Right.
to come all the way to the front.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, this ain't nothing but God. Like, you feel me? So
Right.
my girl Amanda like, you better show your ass. Like, you better go crazy. And I'm like, say less. Like, so she'll sing, she'll do it right now because some people was like curring up like in line. So she's skipping them. So she'll do it. She'll sing. She'll dance. She'll rap. Mind you, I did not rap at that time. I definitely wasn't no dancer. You know what I'm
don't
saying?
matter.
I'm
What they
thinking,
need, I got it.
But she can
Yeah.
do it. So I sing in line and I sing and she like go all the way to the front. She like, me, you want me to do it in a yellow shirt? He gonna take you in. So I'm like, good. I'm thinking I'm just to the front of the line though. But they literally walk me into a room where I see 3 little judges or producers or whatever. They ask me, do I got a track? I got a track. I play my track. I sing my shit. They asking me some questions about why I want it. And I kind of got emotional just because I felt like I was so close. And when I look up, Missy in front of me. She was behind that double glass shit where she could see me, but I couldn't see her.
Right.
She gave me some tissue and she was like, you ain't got to cry no more. Like, we good. Like, I got you. Like, call your people and tell them you ain't coming home. Like, you feel me? So I'm like, say less. So that's really how that shit happened for me.
Damn.
Got on the show, and that audition process is only a part of the next one. It was rented out a whole hotel. It's probably thousands of us in there from all over the world. Every day you noticing people falling off though, dropping. I remember I got roommated with Salau. Remember Salau? She a Samoan singer from out here in the Bay.
Was it SOLE?
No, not so. It's like SELAU. If I'm not spelling it right, my bad, Salau. But she was amazing, a singer that I knew and really had fucked with in the Bay. So that was dope. We was in the
She's
same
from the
room.
Bay?
Yeah, from the Bay Area.
Oh.
She used to sing on a lot of shit. But unfortunately, she ended up going home, and that's how it would happen. You go to your room, and your roommate wouldn't be there no more.
Damn.
You feel what I'm saying? No
Bags
words,
packed.
because you couldn't talk to each other. They took our phones, they took our money. All outside connection with the world was cut off. Made it through that shit. Got on the show. It was 13 of us. You feel me? We did that shit. Big shit though.
You made it down to 13?
Down to the top 13.
Okay.
We do a big party. You see Nas, you see Busta Rhymes, you see Allen Iverson. Of course, Missy is right here with us. You feel me? You see Mona Scott. You just see all these people, and you feel me? We going up, and just to be in New York, we traveled everywhere. It was like basically we was on a tour bus. So it's like where the bus stop is where the challenge happened. You know what I mean? And you never know what the challenge gonna be.
That's like the Madden challenge of singing.
So it's like you might have to sing, you might gotta rap, you might gotta dance, you might gotta compete against somebody that you done got cool with.
You might get sent home.
You might get sent home. It was when the spotlight hit you, you going home. You feel me? So I never went home though.
Congratulations.
I made it all the way to the end.
That's what's up.
I came in second place. The first place winner, one of my best friends to this day, her name is Jessica Betts. She married to Niecy Nash right now, the actress. Shout out Jess though. But yeah, we went to the end because that's basically what we told each other we was gonna do.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So that sounds like an amazing experience.
Man, that was a huge experience. Like, you feel me, to be able to learn from other people, to be able to put in experiences that you may not have been comfortable in and have to work through those. And you feel me, just to see how the real industry works and things like that. And it also taught me a lot, you know what I'm saying? Just as far as you know, like, I just feel like Missy could have did a lot more than she did, and things were promised that didn't come to pass, I would say.
It's always
But
like that, isn't it?
it is, but you know, I never discredit the experience though.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? She is who she is. She did what she did, felt was best. That's on her. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm not going to bad talk Missy because she
Right.
did offer that experience. You feel me?
Right.
And I wouldn't even be as far as I am today without that experience.
So labels didn't want to come snatch you up after that?
Man, after that we had, well, this is what I'm saying. She said that she wanted to sign me after that. So it's like, you feel me? After, when you do shows like that, you kind of locked in for at least 6 months. You locked in this like contract. Now the only thing I did smart on that show is, I would say, is I kept all my publishing. So everything I sang and wrote on there, I got a big checks, where a lot of them didn't do that because they came in with no publishing. So all that shit fell under Missy. You know what I'm saying? Mine's was already established. My daddy had me gamed up on that part, so I never signed that away. So I made a lot of good money on that Missy Elliot show, as far as from ASCAP and things like that.
You think that might be one of the reasons why they didn't snatch you up to sign you?
I
Because
don't
they
know.
couldn't
I don't,
full
because
game
they
over
couldn't
you?
control me, possibly. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, Mona and Missy made a lot of, you know what I'm saying, promises that just didn't happen for a few people. You know what I'm saying? But to say less, I just, like I said, I just say that I'm just grateful for the experience and the game. Like I said, you gotta pay attention to what people do and not what they say. You know what I'm saying?
There's an initiation to any gang. So, hey, you got jerked around a little bit, but it was worth it in the end because, you know.
Yeah, because I never compromised myself, and I never played myself, and I never, you know what I'm saying, I never put no stain on my character.
So none of the big majors or any of those labels wanted to come snatch
I mean,
you
we
up?
talked to Universal, we talked to a few labels, you know what I
They just
mean?
didn't have the bag right?
I remember at that time, I think it was Thizzler sent me a contract so big.
Fizzler?
Yeah,
They sent you a
who was
notebook?
Walt? Anyway, they just sent, it was just a lot of numbers. I felt like, because they just thought I was just this girl with no guidance, with no backing, that they could offer me a lot of stuff. And I just was trying to do something with the home team. I never wanted to blow up nowhere else. I wanted to blow up in the Bay with the Bay. And that was a curse. You feel what I'm saying? Because I felt like I'd be turning my back on home if I went to, like, I should have went to the A. I always think about that. I should have, you maybe even went to LA and stayed there longer. You know what I'm saying? But I was just so loyal to my soil. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to do it from here. So I worked with a lot of the independents. So like I said, I just wrote it out with Joe and them for a while until, you know, we all went our separate ways. And it's just always been that. I never, it was all, I do this because it's what I enjoy doing, not because I think it's going to make me rich or because I want to be the most famous female in the room. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, it's my therapy. This is my cleanse. This is what I do. It just happen to sound good and people just enjoy it.
I think often we stick around because that's pretty much who made you what you are. Dealing with the Bay Area is what made you. You know what I mean? They showed you so much love. You just wanted to give the love back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you appreciate. Like one of the first things you said was you'll always love Mess because he did that.
Yeah.
Right. So no matter what you see on Instagram or YouTube, you got an understanding of what Mess is.
Exactly.
And nobody can take that from you. So you want to show that loyalty back. So when people think of Bella, they're always gonna have that.
Yeah.
And I think that's honorable, man. That's solid and that's straight. It's respectable, and you know I respect it and appreciate it.
Thank you.
So, with that being said, obviously no regrets on what you've done with your career.
I mean, minimum regrets. You know what I mean? Because after you be loyal to something so long, you feel me, and you get nothing in return, and still kind of get played with in return, and you be like, well, I could have and I should have. But we don't live and stay stuck on regrets. We just keep pressing forward. You feel what I'm saying? Because they gonna see me. Yeah, you gonna learn. You have to learn from them. You feel what I'm saying? You can't get, because if you sit in it, then what? Like, that ain't nothing but misery. So at the end of the day, I just feel like I always was like, I'm gonna make them see me. You know what I'm saying? They gonna have to hear me. Like, you know what I mean? They gonna have to respect it at some point. So
you ever double back? Excuse me. Do you ever double back around and maybe cash in some of that good? How could I say this? Do you ever double back around and cash in on some of those favors for you've done hooks and everything for so many other people.
Man, that's crazy because that's what my little brother King Fly, he always say that, like, bro, you got too much pride, like they owe you, like, you feel what I'm saying? So I mean, I haven't. I've never said, hey, I did this for you, so can you do this for me? Like, I was thinking about, I got some, like, I'm working on this project right now, and I'm like, damn, it'd be dope to get 40 on the project. And it's really not nothing for me to call 40 and say, 40, I need this, because people be like, he be talking about you, like, he love you, like, you feel me, he like what you do. They just be like, I don't know, I be more so waiting for people to ask me, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not because I think it's just like I don't want to hear no, so I just
It's that
be
pride you were talking about. It's that pride.
for sure. But like, even Phil, like, I'm on so much of Phil's projects when he was with Livewire. Me, him, Stevie Joe, we did so much work in Dame Fame studio at that time. Like, I was in there day in and day out. On majority of his first projects.
A Filthy Rich feature right now would go up.
It would. But I feel like, why Phil ain't called and tapped in and just said, what's up, Trees? Like, you need something? But I know niggas be busy, and it's no, when I say that, I don't say that with any malice.
It's not only that. Another thing, like, these guys probably feel like the same way you do.
I don't think.
You know
I know
what I mean?
Phil, though. I know Phil like the back of my... I can't say that. He has said, if you got something, send it to me, and I just probably haven't at the same time. But you got, like, Hit a Slim. I done did a million. Me and Hit a Slim got a project out right now called Tilted Rose. And that was him reaching back. You know what I'm saying? Because I've done so many hooks for him. But like I'm saying, he came and got me, like, sis, I feel like the people like it, so let's just do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you got... people like AP9. I'm on probably almost every project he got since we met. If I call him and I need him, he gon' surface. You feel what I'm saying? Or if he's lined me up with dope producers and like, I paid for the beat, it's good. Like, just use it. Like, stuff like that. You feel me? You do good by people, it's gonna come back to you.
I think you need to throw your management on that.
Yeah.
Let them do it so that way you don't have to be the one to ask for it.
Man, that's how I feel, though. You feel me? Be the representative. Be the stand-in. No,
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
for sure.
I do. But like you say, it's that pride and stuff like that. And like, if I hear no, then I might go Bella. No, I just be trying to be. I be just trying to be cool, though.
So obviously you're still doing music.
Yep.
Right, you're still working on records. So if any of you artists out there that she named about 35. Any of you guys see this, holler at Bella for a hook. Holler at her to get on a verse to her. Just return the favor, because she's good people's and she's done a lot of good work out here. I don't know her like that, but I've never heard anybody say nothing bad about her. So, share the love back. That's just my 2 cents.
Right. I appreciate that.
Let's speak on this second personality you got of Bella, because you be going off on Instagram, getting these, you like on these hoes' necks, as you like to say. What's that about?
Bella came from this rap shit, I say. It's just like I tell people all the time, it's like Beyonce got Sasha Fierce, Deltrice got Bella. And it's sadly, like, I named all them dudes and all them male rappers. It's always been love there. You feel me? But in this female game out here, it's always an issue, I feel like. Or I feel like I've been places and a female is singing and she'll get on stage and say she the queen and who gonna check her. And I be feeling like she talking to me, because I've been called queen a lot, but I've never called myself the queen. Like, you feel what I'm saying? My titles and my rewards and my accolades have came from what I do and from other people giving them to me. So I feel like a lot of these females be playing on my top a little bit because I'm an R&B singer, or because I sing, like, you feel what I'm saying? And they think shit is sweet. And I just feel like a lot of these females can't rap. So I just felt like it was a void.
I feel the same way.
You feel what I'm saying? I feel like it's a lot of like, that shit is weak to me, just to be real honest. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It ain't no substance, and it's not. And I feel like it's little girls like me outside that need somebody like me to let them know that it's another lane for this shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? You could be pretty, carry yourself as a woman, and still be strong in your bars and shit like that. And 9 times out of 10, that shit ain't personal. It's just like, if the shoe fit, put it on. Like, you feel what I'm saying? If that's how you feel, then I got you. You know what I'm saying?
If you thought that was for you, guess what? It was for you.
It was for you. You know what I'm saying? So I did a cipher out here with some females. You know, shout out my sis, So Vicious. You know what I'm saying? That's the sis. Always showed love. Day one, another city girl. You feel me?
Vicious is very dope.
Just good. Like, you feel me, to the core, and always supportive. And that's another thing. Like, I see her support so many people, and then other people want to support her behind the scenes. But it's like, get forward, get loud with that shit. Because if I see her doing something, I'm posting it, I'm promoting it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing for A1 Yola out of Vallejo, California. That's my sis. But like, just a good heart, somebody that really respects what I do, and, you know, gives me the proper love and the proper, you know what I'm saying, the proper promotion and shit like that. Chrissy Cola, like, you feel me, I fuck with them because they all come and they all give me my flowers. And I'm not saying that's what you have to do to get my respect. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I earn yours just like you know what I'm saying, just like you would want me to earn, you know, yours also. That's like fair. I'm gonna earn yours just like I want you to earn mine. But at the end of the day, it's just like, I hear the shit. People come, half these motherfuckers people talk to is fans or friends. So they gonna come tell me. So instead of me doing what I probably would have did 10 years ago and come see you, I'ma just murder you on this real quick with a 30-second freestyle. Like, just so you know, if I even put any amount of effort in that shit, that I'll kill you. Literally, verbally. You know what I'm saying? And that's just really what I stand on. I don't think it's too many females out here seeing me. I say that humbly as possible, too.
You have a resume to back that up.
Yeah.
You could say whatever the fuck you want.
Thank you.
For sure. Yeah.
No, you know, because you try to be...
humble.
It's not... You got motherfuckers mix up cockiness with confidence. And I'm confident because that was instilled in me since I was a young girl. So it's no shade unless they want some.
Yeah, then if you want, then it's all for you.
Yeah, it's all for you.
Let these bitches know. Let everybody know. No, because some of these young bitches act like they ain't gonna ever turn 30.
Man, listen, and I'm up there too in age. So people do. She rapping now all of a sudden. Yeah, because I can, though.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
Too, so.
Yeah, so it's like, you gonna keep living. That's what my daddy used to say. Keep living. I hate that shit. Oh, she this, she gone, she an auntie, bitch, and I'm gassing you. So whatever all that means. Yeah, with that comes with age comes more game. That's why I can spit the way I can.
The best way I like to put it is like, I've been your age before. You ain't never been mine.
Get here.
Yeah, relax.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah, relax.
Right? I've been where you're at. You ain't never been where I'm at.
For sure.
And it just, you know, if you can respect mine, I can respect yours.
Yeah.
It don't even matter how old you are. You
Definitely.
know what I mean? Like, our Livewire producer is 16 years old. He produces 70% of the shit that comes out of this room.
Yeah, you can't put no age on.
And he was 15 when he started doing all that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't give a fuck how old you are, bro. If you got talent, we gonna fuck with you.
I feel like when you true to yourself and you telling your story, then it ain't no age limit on that shit. And if it's coming across right, my shit might not be for them little kids. My shit might be for another age group. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not trying to transform to fit into nowhere. This me. This what it is. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, like, them, some mornings I wake up and I'll be like, let me just get this off of me. You might see me as Bella. Can we talk? Like, you feel what I'm saying? And it's, you know, it gets a little aggressive. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of those on your Instagram page right now.
Yeah, for sure. Because sometimes they need it, but they be asking for it. Like, you know, when I say the fans be like, they message me, bro, and they be like, I love that shit. They like that's insane, though. Like, you feel me? And you really gassing. So that led us to be like, fuck it, we finna drop something.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And I say stick with it.
Yeah, thank you.
If you doing that shit, stick to that shit.
For sure. Yeah. For sure.
And let people know how they can reach you online.
So on my online, you got The Voice Still. That's DAVOICESTILL. That's my Instagram page. That's really the best place to contact me. I talk back. If you DM me, I talk back, long as you ain't saying no goofy shit. My Facebook is Deltrice Bella. Other than that, 712 Records, at 712 Records on Instagram. That's my team. So you could contact me there and shit. and I'll be outside.
So all these rappers that you named, they need to hit you on The Voice Still on Instagram.
They need to hit me on my phone because they all got my number because I ain't changed
that's even worse. I didn't want to put them on blast, but they got the digits and ain't hitting it.
They got to hit me on my phone.
But look, they're going to say they got a new phone. So
right.
Right
That's
now,
what
The Voice Still on Instagram.
Yeah.
Hit her up. Get her verse. Or let her give you that hook that you need for your new album.
Let me wake it up.
Link back up. Get this girl her get back that she needs. It's only right. It's only fair. She's good people.
Yeah.
Show the love back.
Show love.
And we're gonna end it right there. Anything you want to leave your supporters with?
Yep, I just want to say let's support us. You feel what I'm saying? I want to thank you for having me for sure. I just want to let y'all know that we are working, even when it look like we sitting still. We not. I'm working, and I'm gonna be bringing y'all everything that I can, giving y'all the best of me. It's your girl, Bella, the big one.
There you have it. It's Mars Radio. It's Bella, and we're out.
Out.
Welcome to Mars.